Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good run, but I think now is the time. Now is the time where the U.S. stock market bubble will pop. And if you're going to be investing over the next 30 or 40 years, you need to get out of the United States now and go ahead and put all of your money in international stocks. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. That was sarcasm, okay? We're going to look at some very interesting stuff. And I'm going to show you the beautiful power of dollar cost averaging. Because even if we are in a bubble in the U.S. stock market, number one, I'm a genius. I have international stocks. A lot of you clowns will get annihilated. But even if we're in a bubble, even time will, in the long run, cure your investing in a bubble. That's right. You could be buying at the peak of a bubble, which we could maybe possibly potentially be in right now. But you could still make a handsome amount of money over the next 30 or 40 years. And I'm going to show you the best example of all. We're going to talk about Japanese stocks, bro. Japanese stocks, bro. So in Japan, as we could see, and this chart goes all the way back to, 1980? Japan had a super mega insane, oh my god, what WTF mega clown market bubble that looks like it popped in December of 1989. Now, back in the day, I'm sure there were a lot of very confident clowns that were just saying, buy Japanese stocks, bro. They're the best companies in the world, bro. Why would you buy U.S. stocks when you could just buy Japanese stocks, bro? They're the best in the world. They went up more. And a lot of those clowns probably got absolutely wrecked because stocks went up too exuberantly. They went up too much. And when that bubble popped, there was epic destruction. Insane epic destruction. Now, me personally, seeing this happen in a country is a terrifying thought. It is terrifying to me that if I put all my money in one country, this could potentially happen. And it could happen anywhere. But when it comes to Japan, let's think about something here. Imagine you just bought Japanese stocks, bro, right? Just like while I'm not buying all U.S. stocks, I still have 60% of my portfolio in the U.S. total market. I'm very heavily concentrated in U.S. stocks. And a lot of people will say, well, Strongman, if you think, international stocks will outperform in the next 10 years, which I personally do, why are you in U.S. stocks? Well, ladies and gentlemen, my time horizon is long enough where if U.S. stocks are truly in a bubble, and they crash just like Japan. Perfect copy of Japan. Even if that happens over the next couple of decades, I can still make a lot of money. Here's how I'm going to do it. Let's say we're in a bubble like Japan, right? In the U.S. stock market. It's 60% of my portfolio in VT. U.S. bubble pops. Oh my God, earnings aren't going to grow at a 20,000% compounded rate forever into the future. And U.S. stocks don't go up at a 45-degree angle forever into the future. The bubble pops, right? So we can see the bubble popping here. What will I be doing if U.S. stunks? What if there's a bubble and it pops? Well, I can guarantee you, without one hesitation, I will be buying the global index, including U.S. stocks, all through this time. Now you're like, strong man, You're not going to do that. You're not going to start buying U.S. stocks or continue to buy U.S. stocks. Let's say it's 1989. You wouldn't keep buying them for years and years and years and years. You would just go all in U.S. or international stocks at this point because the U.S. bubble popped. I mean, look at that absolute destruction. Look at this destruction right here. Like, that is just annihilation, okay? But here's the thing. Here's the beauty of dollar cost averaging. If you had been buying, when the market recovered, and it's actually, I think Japanese stocks are actually doing pretty well this year, I guarantee you're going to make money. It's crazy, because when you dollar cost average, even in stocks that suck, that are horrible, that are trash, over time, as you accumulate shares, you're going to get an insanely low cost basis. And even a dead, lame, boring country like Japan with horrible demographics, How could their stock market possibly go up? Well, it's had a pretty good run. It's done pretty freaking well. So all I'm trying to say here is, don't worry about whether the market is potentially in a bubble or not. I personally think U.S. stocks are insanely expensive, and I think they've had a great run. And there's a possibility that they could underperform in the next 10 years. Entirely possible. But do I sit up and stress about it? No, number one, because I'm globally diversified. And even if this happened to U.S. stocks, because I have a global portfolio and I have the patience, I will be buying those stocks. Even if this happens to the global portfolio, even if this happens to VT, all stocks go down. I will continue to dollar cost average in the hopes, because what is the alternative, that at some point, stocks will recover, just like they did in Japan. If you had DCA'd from that peak, you would be up, and you'd probably be up a couple 100%, in my personal opinion. You would have done pretty well, because you would have been buying at some extreme lows. So that's kind of my thoughts. Dollar cost average. Don't think about if you're in a bubble or not. Don't worry about it. In my personal opinion, have a globally diversified portfolio. Buy. Even if stocks go down for a decade, if you have the patience, or even 2 decades, or even longer, if you have the patience and you have a long enough time horizon, you will be eventually handsomely rewarded. As a matter of fact, I hope this does happen to U.S. stocks. Number one, so it can wash out all the clowns. And number two, because I will be buying them when people are trashing them, and I will make a fortune at some point, assuming the market recovers, which at the end of the day, you never know. But over time, I believe stocks will eventually go back to their intrinsic value. And I think what happened to Japan was there was maximum pessimism built in, and now it's starting to go back. So we'll see what happens. But just stay the course, dollar cost average, and you will be okay. Have a wonderful day.